everybody, this is RBR Short Films 13, aka Ryan, and today I'm making a very big video, probably one of the biggest videos for my YouTube channel. I'm also doing a live stream for this uh, topic, but I'm also making a video in case people missed the live stream. So, yes, I am making two fan films after The Devil Servants and Insane Cage of Madness Part 2, because I still have to finish those movies. Because of the pandemic, they were postponed for a long time. But now filming is looking really good for those movies, and I'll make videos about those films when more happens for those movies. But casting is going great and everything's going great. Um, it's looking really good and I'm really excited. Yeah, there's definitely some things have changed with the writing, but overall, both movies are what they originally were supposed to be. So I'm really excited. And I learned a lot I learned even more as a director. I studied more filmmaking throughout the pandemic. So I know a lot more now than I did a couple years ago. But basically, this is my announcement for these movies wouldn't come out until 2024, 5, or 6. So not until I'm 29 or 30 or 31, which is wowing because I created my channel when I was 14. So it's like, wow, I'm getting old. But no, I'm excited. Basically, I'm making two fan films that I've really thought about, and like, what fan films am I really going to make? I originally wanted to do a Nightmare on Elm Street fan film, but uh, without that kind of makeup effects and everything, and it's just not possible. Um, and then Friday 13th movie, I was thinking about doing a solo, separate Friday 13th fan film, something that was its own thing. Um, but because I made already two crossover films, with Jason, I've kind of felt like I've already um, done what I wanted to do with that character. And I thought of plenty of other characters. I thought of making a Chucky movie at some point, way years ago. Bunch of different fan films. Now I know where I'm going. Um, I know I said goodbye to the Scream uh, fan film series, um, and it still is a goodbye. The Ghostface story was the end of that timeline of all six of those movies. Um, but I will be making a new Scream fan film called New Ghostface. It's a tribute to New Nightmare. It's a tribute to Wes Craven, and it's not a sequel to uh, those movies, but it's not a like a reboot, like rebooting Sydney's character, Cassidy's character of Sydney, my character of Kyle. Um, it's going to be set in the real world. It's really exciting because it's a fresh new start, and it I've learned so much as a director and as a writer since the haunting of the Ghostface. Like I know a lot now, what works for a movie, what doesn't work for a movie compared to um, uh, back in 2010, 2011. So I've become more experienced as a filmmaker, and I feel like I can. I think I have one more film in me for Scream, and also the Scream series coming back and everything. It's just I don't know. It would be exciting to work with Cassidy again like that, where she plays the Sydney kind of character. I play kind of the Kyle character, but we'd be playing ourselves. So basically, I'm not going to really give away the much of the plot, but I have to talk a little bit about it. I'm not just going to say, oh, here's the title, but it is about me, and it's about Cassidy, and it's about people that are in a new Scream fan film that I've made on YouTube, and people don't like it, um, and so I guess it's sort of a nod to the new Scream movie, but it's uh, really about fandom. Talk about fandom. This movie, though, it's because this is a Ghostface that is mad at me for making a bad Scream fan film sequel to my Scream fan films, and this Ghostface wants to make um, a better version of it, and it's pretty interesting. And the Ghostface in this new movie won't be me, or won't be Cassidy. Um, the reason for that is because in the previous Scream movies that I made with Cass was the first movie was like this whole dream sequence world movie, so um, it was just kind of like all these things at once. And then Revenge of a Ghostface, my character is trying to kill Sydney. So, and then Destiny Part One, my character goes crazy and then kills himself. And then Part Two is about Sydney trying to destroy Woodsboro, and Casey's character avenging her brother's death, and like all this kind of stuff. So that was the storylines of those films. So uh, there was never a movie where me and Cass were like working together and trying to take down Ghostface. So this gives me the opportunity to be able to do that, and I'm really excited about that because I've talked to Cass about it, and she said she would do it. So I think it would be my best Scream fan film, and it just gets me really excited to talk about it because it, it's an exciting storyline, and it goes into how far people can go on the internet, and how obsessed people can be. So it goes into basically yeah, like a crazy fan, yeah, Ghostface, and it's like, I'm gonna make a better Scream fan film than you, RB or something 13, and yeah, so that's just a little bit of the plot. That's not the entire plot. There's a lot more to it, but that is a little tease. So now here's the announcement for the second movie that I'm making, fan film. But anyway, I wanted to show the Ghostface mask. Anyway, so new Ghostface. I have mentioned new Ghostface in one of my playlists. Not playlists. One of my live streams. I just forgot which one. But now I'm talking about Rise of Pinhead, which I never thought I would make a Hellraiser fan film, um, but I'm really intrigued. Um, I recently just rewatched the first two movies and really enjoyed viewing them again. Um, watched them on my Oculus and VR, so it was like Amazon Prime VR, like it was incredible. And also playing Pinhead in Dead by Daylight has been a lot of has is a lot of fun to play that character in that game. And I never even knew what Dead by Daylight was. All of a sudden now I know what Dead by Daylight is. Um, but yeah, it's incredibly fun. And Pinhead is just very intriguing all of a sudden. Um, I don't know. I always loved that franchise and that character, but it was never to where, oh, I'm going to make a fan film. But now I feel like making a fan film to the Hellraiser series. I don't think I'd really consider this a reboot, a sequel, or anything. It's a fan film of the Hellraiser series, and you can look at it in any way you want to, pretty much. I'm going to leave it up to the audience uh, uh, for interpretation of what this is. Um, I'm not really going to go much into the plot, but I can go into the tone. It's going to feel a lot like the first two movies. It's going to be a little out of there, a little. It's going to be dark. It's going to be brutal. It's going to be, and I don't mean by like brutal. It's just like it's going to take itself very seriously, and it's not going to be a comedy. It's not going to be anything funny. It's going to be a very serious Hellraiser movie. Um, it's not going to be like a 30-minute movie, though. It's not going to be like one of my longer short films. It's going to be more like the runtime of November 1st, or uh, another example, the Twilight short. So kind of like 10 to 15 minutes around there. I guess I can announce who will be playing Pinhead in that movie. I'm nervous to say, but I have to at some point. I will be playing Pinhead in Rise of Pinhead. I know it's a lot of pressure, and I don't seem like the kind of person that would play Pinhead, or could pull it off. But that's what intrigues me about uh, doing it. And also, um, I'd rather take this risk playing Pinhead than any other character in the slasher fan films. Like, I mean, any of the slasher characters. Like, Freddy Krueger, I you know, could never do that. Pinhead, though, since they've done all these things with the series and it hasn't really gone anywhere. It's not like how the first two films were, the series. Um, I plan to play the character like how Doug Bradley played Pinhead in the first two. Um, there might be like a slight, you know, bringing it into today's time, kind of tone, atmosphere. But overall, I'm going to be playing Pinhead like the way he was, created, and the way he's been presented. It's the whole "if it ain't broke, don't fix it." So, I'm not going to really, play a version of him that's, not known to fans. I don't want to be like a, copycat replica of Doug Bradley's Pinhead, but I don't want the tone to feel, so different. So it'll be up to people if they'll like me as, in that role or not, and that's perfectly fine. If people don't, it's it's experimental. Fan film, definitely. Probably the most out of all the fan films I've made. Um, so I am expecting already, backlash and people not everybody being happy about it. But it's a risk that I want to take as a filmmaker. Um, and I guess as an actor, I'm not really an actor, but um, I don't know. It'd be fun to just like wear like that costume and the like the pins and and the all that white makeup and like it'd just be I think I don't know, it'd be a lot of fun. Like I made Joker videos as a kid, so I've always been a fan of like wearing uh like Joker makeup and stuff like that and playing different kinds of like characters. And Pinhead is a dark character. Now he's not the Joker, but he's a dark character that has all this like similar kind of makeup, but it's different at the same time. But I don't know. But that's my announcement, guys, for both movies. So Rise of Pinhead, a Hellraiser fan film, and New Ghostface, a Scream fan film, will both be on YouTube um, at some point. I'm not going to give really a release date, um, but I want to let you guys know that these movies will be made, and there's exciting fan films to look forward to of RBR Short Films 13, and that you guys know that one day these movies will happen. So thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. and I'll talk to you all very soon. All right, peace.